Our Dave Calabro is a Hall of Famer. It's going to be a cold one at the bus stop on Friday, but the big story tonight, look at IU upsetting Purdue in Bloomington tonight.
Number 4 goes down.
That is right, Bedlam in Bloomington. The students storming the court. This is huge for the new coach, Mike Woodson. The Woodson era is off to a great start in Bloomington. IU had lost 9 straight against their in-state rival until tonight, and IU wins, beating Purdue in a thriller tonight. We're going to be talking about that coming up here on Facebook Live. IU fans, go ahead and celebrate here. Let us know if you're an IU fan, and if you're a Purdue fan, look, it's okay. You're ranked number 4. You're probably going to the tournament, probably getting a big seed, but tonight it's all about IU and the Hoosiers. Congratulations. Let's bring in Angela to talk about this. All right, look, everybody knows that you're a Boiler fan. How'd you react when you saw that?
You know, it's disappointing as a Purdue grad and a Boilermaker fan,
right.
But, you know, happy for IU, I guess. Right? I guess. I mean, it's been a while since they've won against Purdue, so they were probably due.
Yeah.
And, you know, you were chatting about this during the early evening, that IU probably needed this in order to make their resume look better for, you know,
March
later
Madness.
down the road.
That's right.
So good for them.
Yeah, so it's a good night for IU. You know, it's funny because, you know, a lot of us have ties to either IU or Purdue, so tonight's a big night, you know, to watch the game and celebrate, or, you know, not celebrate in Purdue's case. You know, I had 2 kids go to IU, one who went to Purdue, and my thought was, I always cheered for the team that was playing at home.
That's fair.
And I always felt like I can cheer for both because I paid tuition for both.
That's fair as well.
So tonight I'm celebrating with my daughter and son, who were IU grads. And so congratulations to our friends in Bloomington tonight. I imagine those students continuing to celebrate out there.
Yes, for sure. The party is just beginning. It's only 10 o'clock and it's a Thursday night. Yeah.
And it's going to be a cold party outside tonight, won't it?
It is. Temperatures in the teens and 20s. We've had some off and on snow showers, and we talked about this last night, the lake effect snow. And sometimes I think it's hard to believe that we get lake effect snow this far south, but as I'm going to show you the big view of the radar in just a second, and you can clearly see it streaming right off Lake Michigan. The wind was just strong enough and the lake still just warm enough, not ice covered, that we were able to get that snow going and moving this far south. Speaking of Bloomington, they've had some snow showers like the rest of us, and there's that big view I promised. You can see as we back it up 3 hours, a lot of that lake effect snow beginning now to wind down as the winds start to lighten up and actually shift direction a little bit. We're at 21 in Indianapolis, but already down to 16 in Muncie, 18 in Richmond, 19 in Greencastle, 17 in Lafayette, and 21 in Bloomington and Columbus. Wind chills running in the single digits, 9 in Lafayette, Kokomo, 8 in Richmond, feels like 7 in Muncie. Temperatures overnight, 5 to 10 degrees, depending on how quickly we clear. We are forecasting things to clear out overnight, and that's going to set us up for some sunshine tomorrow afternoon, but a cold day, not quite as windy, 22 for lunchtime, and highs tomorrow afternoon in the middle and upper 20s. But the sunshine is back for Friday, and if you'd like to have a little more snow, there's still a chance.
We've heard that a few times.
A chance on Sunday.
Really? Is this going to be one of these dusting, or is potential for accumulating snow, or what do you think?
Potential, early potential, you know, for some minor accumulations, maybe northern half. And we've been kind of talking about this the last couple of nights. When we get this cold setup, we get these fast moving weather systems that can bring a couple of quick inches of snow, depending on if there's enough moisture and if, you know, the movement and all that. So we'll keep you updated.
Is this one of these clippers?
It's a clipper.
It's a clipper.
It's a clipper on Sunday. We'll keep you updated.
A lot of folks chiming in on Facebook tonight. Zach is with us, Latoya, Christopher. How about that upset of number 4? So Christopher is celebrating tonight. Tanya's with us. Chris says, go Hoosiers. Kathy says, IU fans looking for every live Facebook feed right now. Renee saying, Hoosiers. Liz saying Thirsty Thursdays.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Tom says hustling Hoosiers. Tom from Florida. So Tom is celebrating in Florida tonight. Anastasia back with us in New York. Liz is with us. Michelle saying Hoosiers with the upset. And congrats to Dave on his Hall of Fame
Oh,
achievement.
I know.
So let's talk about that a
exciting.
little bit today. So, all right, so we're in the newsroom this afternoon, and I get a phone call from a colleague at a radio station.
Okay.
And he says to me, hey, do you know that Dave Calabro has been inducted into the Indiana Sports Hall of Fame? And I said, no,
What?
I had no idea. And this is very Calabro-ish because Dave's very humble. He wouldn't be a guy that would pick up the phone and say, hey, I've been elected to the Hall of Fame. That's not Dave. He's very humble. So we learned today that Dave has been inducted into the Indiana Sports Writers and Sportscasters Association Hall of Fame. And certainly all of us here at Channel 13 know about Dave's tradition out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I mean, he calls himself a self-proclaimed track rat. He's been a legendary voice. He gets all the big interviews like with Peyton Manning. And he's so involved in the community. You know, that's, you know, when we do our Kids for Coats. But he's very interested in Gleaner's Food Bank and, of course, Wheeler Mission and so many other things. We love Dave Calabro here. He is a legend, and we celebrate his induction, which will take place in the spring in April.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Well deserved. And yes, he is. To hear him talk about the stories of how young he was,
right,
you know, at the track, a Ben Davis grad, went to Butler.
Yep.
So he, you know, homegrown here in
Right.
Indiana, and I'm going to say it's about time that he be inducted.
Well, you know, look, 30 years at Channel 13 and all the things that he's done. I mean, he started Operation Football, Operation Basketball. I mean, you know, imagine these decades that he's been out throwing T-shirts into the stands at all these games, and the kind of love that he has toward sports in a variety of different things.
Well, didn't he kind of really start like the big sports shows with Reggie Miller back in the day?
I was just going to mention that. That's
I know.
Right. You know, yeah, back in the day.
What was it called? Fan Jam. Sports Jam.
Sports Jam. That's right. Yeah. So, you know, used to, you know, have Jim Harbaugh in, of course, when he was Captain Comeback with the Colts. He had Reggie Miller on. I mean, every sports figure in Indiana knows Dave Calabro. He's interviewed everybody. And, you know, again, he's very humble. He'd be the last guy to tell you about this wonderful honor. But on behalf of everybody here at Channel 13 and all of his fans across the state of Indiana, he is a well-deserving Hall of Fame member, and so we're very proud of him.
Yes, he is big time, and we will celebrate him even if he doesn't want to call himself big time.
Right, right. Okay, a couple of things I want to mention. So coming up tonight at 11 o'clock, Angela's going to be talking more about the forecast. We're going to have Taylor Tannenbaum from Assembly Hall giving us a full rundown on tonight's big IU upset over Purdue. And Lauren Kostick has a very interesting story tonight on the ripple effect that we're seeing on the high number of COVID hospitalizations and how it's impacting paramedics. EMTs are having difficulties trying to get patients the care that they need because they're just so overwhelmed.
Yeah, and some hospitals running on diversion.
Exactly.
Because they're too full, so then they have to find another spot for these you know, patients that really need, you know, urgent health care. So
yeah, that's Lauren's story tonight. And again, if people are just joining us and missed your forecast, give us an idea about what Friday is going to be like.
Lots of sunshine. It's going to be one of those days. Looks warmer than it feels. 5 to 10 degrees for lows. Will be 22 at lunchtime. Highs middle and upper 20s. Lots of sunshine tomorrow. Maybe a couple flurries Saturday. The better snow chance is Sunday, and it's something that we'll keep you updated on as we get closer to the weekend. And we're close to the weekend.
I know.
Tomorrow's Friday.
I know. Can't wait for the weekend to get here. Let's see, Darnell Booker saying much deserved honor for Dave. We've got Ralph joining, saying congratulations to Dave. Brian saying IU wins. Roger saying woohoo Dave. So Tanya saying congratulations to Dave. So lots of folks on our Facebook page paying tribute to the legendary sportscaster Dave Calabro. All right, so fun to be with you here on this Thursday night. It's going to be a cold one. Angela will be talking about that tonight when we see you over on 13 News at 11. Have a great night.